Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Hardigan. I'm wearing my adventure hat today because we are going on a new adventure and we are going to be doing remote learning from my house to yours. Welcome to Hardigan Laboratories. Today what I'm going to do is go over how we're going to do science from home, and know that you can absolutely do science from home with me, and it's going to be really fun. I'm really excited. So I'm going to show you a slideshow. This is my TV I'm using behind me, but know that the slideshow that you're seeing on the TV is the slideshow that this video is embedded in. So when you're done watching this video, you'll actually be able to go through this slideshow. So if you can't see everything on it, it's okay, because you'll be able to see it up close on your own computer. So this is how we're going to do remote learning science, and this is a guide for students and parents. So please watch this together. So today's lesson will cover a welcome video, which I'm doing right now, what programs I will use to teach science remotely, what you will need on your computer to access all the tools I have to help you learn, how to use those tools, practice using those tools, and support to make sure that everyone is able to use the tools. What types of science supplies you're going to need from home for our class experiments, an experiment for you to do today at home, more experiments and activities you can do if you want to, something silly to make you laugh, and a survey to see how things went so that I know how I can improve my next lesson to make it even better. So here is where the welcome video is. So this is the welcome video. That's where it is in the slideshow. Here are the programs that I'm going to use to teach you science. So I'm going to use Nearpod. That's the platform that this is in. Nearpod is a slideshow platform, so you're actually watching a Nearpod right now. And I'm going to use a lot of brainpop.com because they have great science videos and teach concepts in a really nice way. And then you're going to need to upgrade the Adobe Flash Player on your computer or tablet. So if it's up to date, you're good. If it's not up to date, you're probably going to need to go ahead and upload the update for that. You're also going to need a way to take pictures. So probably the easiest way is going to be using a computer or your tablet. But if you don't have those to use, you could use a phone or a camera, but then someone's probably going to need to show you how to upload those onto a computer or a tablet for our lessons. So Nearpod is a way for me to deliver information and activities to you. It's going to be in the form of a slideshow. And once you start the slideshow, everything that you need is included in one slideshow. And then later on in this slideshow, which is a Nearpod, I will show you the tools of Nearpod and how to use them. You're going to need to sign up for a BrainPop account. On the next slide, there are directions for how to set up the account. So you're going to need to open another tab on your screen and sign up for the account. Make sure that you put the proper code for your grade level in the code box, or I will not be able to see what you're doing. So here's the instructions for setting up your BrainPop account. You're going to find the box at the top of the brainpop.com screen. You're going to enter your grade level code here. Here's your grade level. Here's the codes that go with them. And then you're going to follow the directions to create your account. Please use your first name and last initial in the name box. And then if you want to do a nickname, that's optional, but please make sure I know who you are so I can see what you're doing. And then make sure you write down your username and password on a sticky note and stick it on your desk or on your computer, because you're going to need to use this every single time we use BrainPop. Flash Adobe Player, you'll need to install or upgrade it on your media device. I found a lot of really cool science simulations, but most of them require a Flash plugin. The easiest way to do this is when you come across something that requires Flash, it will say something like, you need to update, or can you allow this? And in that case, you would say, yes, I want to update it, or yes, I can allow this, and then you'll be able to access it and make sure that you're all up to date for Flash. Okay, we're We're going to start with the tools of Nearpod. We're going to try the collaboration tool first. When I use this tool, I will pose a question. You can post an answer. You can also post an image or a picture with your answer. And on the next slide, I'm going to ask you to post a comment and a picture. At the bottom of the screen is a space to type and a place to include the image. When you're done, hit the submit button and go to the next slide. So go ahead and give it a try. So this says posting answers and images. That's kind of the topic. And then it says, please post an answer and an image together to show me you can use this feature. The question is, what is your favorite color? So down here, you would write what your favorite color is. And then over here, there's a picture image. You would click on that and it will bring up, you can either search on Google for some images, or you could upload a picture that you took yourself. And then you would hit the post or submit button down here at the bottom. After everyone starts posting, our posts will all show up all over here so we can see what each other in your class are posting. The next one is going to be the drawing tool. For the drawing tool, what I'll do is I'll have a picture up on the screen and I'll ask you to do something like write on it or circle it or somehow draw on it. So on the next slide, I have a beach scene and I want you to circle the sun and the surfboard. When you're done, you'll hit the submit button. So here's the drawing. Down here at the bottom is the drawing tool, so I would click on that. And then I would circle the sun and the surfboard on this picture. And then down at the bottom, I would hit submit once I'm done. Next, I want to try some brain pop activities. The first thing I want to show you is how to watch a video. Sometimes Nearpod and brain pop don't get along very well, and the video can look two different ways. So I'm going to show you the two different ways the video can look and how to access it. The first way is when I insert the brain pop, it actually comes up as your whole computer screen, and the play button would be right in the middle. In this case, you just hit play and the video will start. The second way is sometimes I have to embed the video in a different way, and it actually pulls up the whole brain pop website. So when this happens, find where the video is, and then you can see the play buttons right down here, and you can play the video. So I want you to play both of those videos and then answer the quiz of whether or not you were able to play both of those videos. It's important to take the quiz because if I see that you're not able to play some of the videos, I can contact you and we can work through it and figure out what's going on. Next, I want you to learn how to play a brain pop game. This is something that's going to require you to have Flash. This is going to be a really easy game, and it's really just for practice to make sure that you can play the games. You will probably need your username and password for BrainPop to log into this. So the game is up, and then it's asking you to put the cards in the right order, and when you're done, you'll just hit the submit button. Then I have a quiz for you that asks you if you were able to play the game, yes or no. Again, this is just so I know who needs help getting this going on their computer. Next, I want you to take a brain pop quiz. These quizzes are really just follow-up questions to the video, and I'm going to use these to make sure that you are getting the information from the video that I want you to get. These quizzes are not going to be graded. They're really for my information, and you will need your username and password to log in to submit these quizzes. So again, it's going to help me know what you learned. And then there's the quiz right there, and you would just hit start and you would start the quiz. Next, I'm going to go back to Nearpod and have you answer what's called a poll question. A poll question is like when I say something in class, when I say, how many of you think it's this and how many of you guys think it's that? And you kind of just vote what you think is going to happen. Well, basically this is the same kind of thing. So I'm going to ask a question and pose a bunch of different answers. And then you just make a guess or share what you think is going to happen. So there's no real right or wrong answers in this. It's just kind of a way for us to interact before we start an experiment. And then I'm going to ask you guys to take a poll. Make sure you fill it out so I can see the results. And the next piece is what kinds of science supplies you're going to need at home. So usually when you come to science, I have everything set up for you. Well, this is a different situation, and you're going to need to gather those supplies from around your house. Don't worry, all the supplies that I'm going to use for these experiments are things that you can find in your own home. So if you can't find something or find something similar to what I've asked you to find, contact me and I'll try to come up with some alternative ideas with you about what you can use for the experiment. But ultimately, I'm really using things that you should find around your house. Trust me, you can do science at home. It is all around you. So today we're going to do a fun science experiment. On the next slide, it's going to show you the list of directions. Then there'll be a video of how to do it. Then you're going to actually do the experiment, and then you'll post what happens. So it will look something like this. Here's the directions for how to do the experiment. Right here is an observation sheet. You could either create one yourself at home, or you could print this one out and use it. This is actually where my video of the experiment goes. It's not up yet, but it will be. Oh, just kidding, that was a weird slide. Here's the video of the experiment. Then there's a poll question that I've asked you to predict what you think is going to happen. Then there's a collaborate slide that you're going to post what actually happened and a picture of you doing the experiment. And then the way we're going to do this is I will have you do an experiment 1 week, and then the next week we will talk about the results of the experiment. So everybody has a week to do the experiment. So the first thing we'll cover is what happened the week before. And then I have a list of other things you can do. So more experiments with water, 5 simple experiments you can do at home, and some other brain pop videos and games that go along with what we are doing for that experiment. And then if you wanted to post more water experiments, you could. That's going to be something fun that you're going to see. So just for fun, you could post a picture of you dressed up on St. Patrick's Day if you want to. It's optional. And then lastly, another quiz, and it's really just some feedback for me to find out if you were able to do this lesson or not. And then if you are not able to do the lesson, then I can contact you and we can talk through some ways to get you on board. So I know this has been a really long introduction video, and I hope I didn't bore you. But now you know all the things you need to know, so you can actually start the slideshow and do the assignment now. I'll see you next week. Bye.